All right, guys, welcome back. So tonight we're going to be back at it with the crime reporting. Let's see what kind of reports we got. Same thing, same rules apply. Lansing is from four different agencies: be Lansing, East Lansing, Eaton County, and Meridian Township. And now remember last month when we did this, we seen 843 records. This month we have 692 for the Lansing area. Okay, this is just for the month of February. So let's go ahead and break them down. Now, there are some pretty interesting ones that we'll uh, highlight today, I guess you could say. So, arsons, I'm not going to go over arsons. We don't really pay attention to them. So, we have some assaults, 220 records. There were some interesting ones here that we're going to bring up later on. Not today, but like definitely later on, we'll bring them up. 220 records. And then let's get the burglaries out of the way. Now, good data point because remember last month I told you to watch a specific pocket. This pocket right here is what I was talking about. Remember, we highlighted that. So if you're around the downtown area or down the Cedar Street, and then a pattern that's been at least for several months that doesn't seem to be going away, but yet staying pretty consistent is around the Jolly Dunkel area, especially around those apartments. And then, just north of Miller on Cedar. So you see, we have like this small gap, but definitely right here coming down, there was 39 records. Disturbing the peace, I don't really get into those. The alcohol and drug violations, this one I thought was worth mentioning: possession of methamphetamines or meth. The rest of them are controlled substance, and you don't really know what those are until you get into the reports. So maybe we'll bring some of those up. They're not very descriptive on those, but we have 20 records for the Lansing area. We'll definitely be looking up the meth one. And DWIs, we don't really get into, but don't be an idiot. Don't drink and drive. Okay. Call a sober chauffeur. Okay. Fraud. I don't usually get into these that much. Again, this time I probably will because there's some interesting ones like this one right here, which is cryptocurrency. Now, this has been a thing for a little bit. It's happening quite regularly. I bet you anything this is one of those crypto machines at a gas station. I bet it's at Sonico. Okay. Out on the West End, the one right there by Menards. Maybe it might be a different location, but I know they have one of those in there. And so, you know, basically these guys buying crypto, they put their money in the machine, but they don't get nothing on their wallet or nothing like that. They just lose their money. So I think that's what that is. There was another interesting one. Anyway, there's a couple interesting ones that that crypto one being one of them that we will get into later on as soon as we get the copy of the report. But there was another one. Some of these retail thefts, I wouldn't mind looking into a few of them. Wire fraud, I thought that one was kind of weird for that area anyway. Anyway, 103 records for fraud. Let's move on to the next one. Homicides. Now, remember last month we didn't have any in Lansing. Now we have two. We will find out what these were and report on them so you can see. But these usually take a long time to get back. Okay, so we'll see. But there was two for the city of Lansing and one for Eaton County. And then we have the motor thefts. Motor vehicle thefts. And notice the same pattern down Cedar Street. There's a lot of car lots, and along Grand River here in East Lansing. So we'll break some of those down. Those don't really have different categories. There's like two or three. That's about it. And then we have our robberies. Okay, so we have 5 records for the robberies. Robberies in the city of Lansing, they don't have like a category with them. It's just robbery. So, they don't have a strong arm with a gun. So we'll figure out what those are about and we will put them up. All right, sex crimes, quite a few. Still too many in my opinion, but down from last month. There was 15 of them. And again, once we get through all the reports on those, we'll put out some of them. We won't put out all of them because some of them aren't appropriate to put out. There was a couple different larceny charges in Lansing that I thought were interesting too. And again, if you listen to this last month, you know I don't pay attention to larceny that often. That often, I should say. But there was a few in Lansing that I thought was worth mentioning. I'll have to find them and get the report to you. Okay. So there was 95 records. All right. Let's do vandalism. Again, I don't follow vandalism very often unless it can lead me to a different kind of point or perspective, or if it's something I'm looking at, like a group, damage to property. It's pretty much what those all are. 51 cases that were reported. Vehicle theft break ins, down a little bit, which is good. You got 15 of them for the month. Remember, we've seen them sporadic last month. And then we have 20 weapons charges. Now, this one over here, felony in possession, we're going to get on that. Okay. That will be up. And there won't be anything to hide. Okay. CCW, a lot of these are going to be, either law abiding citizens or someone that just got caught, maybe minors, or maybe not minors, but like 18-year-olds that can't conceal carry, things like that. Could also be that it's just other felons. They just haven't labeled it as that yet. Could be a number of things with those, and that's again the hard part about trying to dig out information on these is it doesn't give you much until you start filing paperwork. So once we get our paperwork back, we'll talk about it. But this will probably be one of the first ones we talk about for the month of February. We're still putting together and going through the ones for January. Those will be out in the next week or so. Anyway, 20 records for weapons. So let's go ahead and move over here to Grand Rapids where we got some more interesting stuff. Again, for the city of Lansing, 691. That one's in Mulliken. I think that one was a domestic. No, simple assault. Probably something stupid. Okay, so Grand Rapids. Remember, there was like 900 and something last month. We're down here to 869. Let's see what we're looking at. Arsons, we got 2. Assaults, there's a couple interesting assaults on here. We won't go through a lot of them. Then now last month, we're going through some of last month's ones, and we haven't put out a whole lot of them yet because they're stupid. Okay. A lot of these assault ones are kind of I can't believe they get charged for ridiculous stuff. Anyway, there was a couple interesting ones, but there's 291 records, so we're hoping to get some back here soon so that we can show you what they entail. Now these burglaries, safe and vault. So we'll see what that's about. This one here, the safe and vault one, I'm pretty interested in. So I hope we get that one back here soon. Most of these are at a residence. All right. 24 records. All right. I don't know if you guys seen the ones disturbing the peace. Again, these are, say, mainly resisting the officer. Not all of them are that, but I do try to get those. I try to find the funny ones. Where you got like the drunk guy that's just randomly saying stupid stuff and thinks he's going to run and trip over a curb and do a face plant right inside someone's mailbox. That's what I want to see, right? Because that crap is funny. Anyway, 16 records. If you guys have watched the ones we've already put out on Grand Rapids, their burglary cases, I hope you guys are getting a lot of education from them. I hope that they're good key takeaways for you and that they help you protect you and your family. Now, drugs. Let's talk about drugs. Kids, just say no. Okay? Just say no. Adults, you guys should say no too. All right? Heroin, crack, or cocaine, heroin. Okay, we got some crack. Okay? Yeah, those are open intox. Cocaine, cocaine, some more crack, some more cocaine, some more cocaine over here. All right, a lot of these are open intox. These things are so close together. Um, just trying to get a data point for you. Some more cocaine, some more cocaine. This one I believe is cocaine. Cocaine. Yep. Anyway, you got a lot of crack, you got a lot of coke, and you got a little bit of heroin. Okay. Uh, ranges from possession to sales. Okay. Remember last month what we talked about in Grand Rapids, how they have the same pattern going on. Okay. So that's just a data point for you. 70 records. DWIs we don't really pay attention to. All right. Now there was some interesting, I don't know if they were fraud and larceny. Let me check. Yeah, right here. This one I thought was very interesting. I'll definitely look into that one. There is a male one somewhere on here. There it is, right there. Now, let me ask you guys, do you think, because I don't see this on here very often, do you think that this could be one of those porch pirates? I'm very interested to see if it's a porch pirate. Did you guys hear about the ones they caught out in Grand Rapids? Or not Grand Rapids, Detroit? Like there was 13 of them from like Detroit area, Rhode Island, and Dominican Republic or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to find out. Find out if it's a porch pirate. Counterfeiting, not that interesting. Anyway, so 36 fraud homicides. There's two. Again, these just say other. I will look at those. And like I said, they take a while. But we'll have them up as soon as we can. So theft from a motor vehicle. Now, again, this is just from Grand Rapids Police Department. There was 26. Theft from a motor vehicle. There's either recovery or theft, right? Robbery. Now, these had some interesting ones on here too that we did not see last month. They do come on here, but robbery from a business. That one had strong arm. This one was a gun. That one was a bank. That's the second bank robbery we've seen. Bank robbery or business robbery with the gun. Hold on, we're still getting there. It's a strong arm. Where's the other one? That's a carjacking. Those are usually really interesting to watch. Anyway, 11 records. So we'll get some of those going for you, so you can watch them and read the reports and see all the cool stuff, and then learn how to protect yourself in them. Sex crimes, they had 46. Same rules apply. Theft and larceny, they had a couple interesting ones in Grand Rapids again. I don't know where they were on this little map. Oh, wait, hold on. They are down here somewhere is where they start. Okay, larceny from malls. In total, I found 5 of them on here. And so I'm very interested in those because when the smash and grabs first came out, that's what they were labeled under. So I thought that was interesting. But there's 5. So there's another one. But anyway, they had 138 records for larceny. Okay. Let's see. Vandalism. Again, 88 records, vehicle theft, break-ins, 59, and that's you know. Now here's another good data point for you, because if you watched the one last month, remember we talked about their weapons issue that they have up there. Notice how a lot of them say auto. I think there's 7 on here. Okay, and they haven't given us any information on these particular ones from last month yet, so I don't know if they're just behind. So we're gonna have a hard time getting them for February, unless they all just come at one time. I don't know. Maybe someone was on vacation. But we'll have all of those from Grand Rapids out soon too. All right, 27 weapons records from the Grand Rapids Police Department. Okay. All right, so now let's move down to Kalamazoo, where things are definitely interesting. Kalamazoo's so small. I don't understand. But anyway, they have 344 records. Sorry. And let's deselect them. I think they had 2 arsons. Yep. Then we have some assaults. Now, their assaults are a little awkward in some cases. I don't know. There was one on here in particularly that I wanted to, I don't know where it's at. Okay. I'll find it. But I just thought it was interesting because it didn't have like the assault and battery or domestic or anything. You really never see domestics in. Not saying they don't exist, because they do. Sometimes they're labeled under this assault and battery or simple assault. Um, Sometimes those are domestics. Okay, including domestic and police officer. So you just have to break those down. But they just have some weird assault cases sometimes. 126 total assault records. Burglary. The majority of these are home invasions. I will tell you that the majority of them don't really get too hostile as far as the home invasions go. So they kind of got their own little thing going on down there, where boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, kids, stuff like that. Usually it's family members that are breaking in, or people that they know. So 21 records. Now that's different from Grand Rapids, because most of their burglaries aren't from. If you watched what we already put out, there's a few on Patreon. There might be some on YouTube. Now these weren't that interesting either. Disturbing the Peace. They had 7 records. All right. Now this is an interesting piece for you. Remember we talked last month, they had a drug problem down there? Look, look. Okay, so we got some heroin sales going on. That's a liquor violation. So we got some more crack, right? We got crack going on here. Let me get to this one. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm trying to hit this very last one over here, and it's not wanting to click. There it is. So we got some cocaine. You guys already seen we got some more cocaine. We got some methamphetamines. We got some more methamphetamines, drug narcotic equipment. Don't know what that means. Methamphetamines, heroin, some more methamphetamines. We got another methamphetamines. Methamphetamines, that's heroin. That's methamphetamines. So we have like a really serious drug problem down there, right? Now check this one out, right? We have 37 records. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me hit the right button. There it is. Notice up here, records 1 of 15, drugs and alcohol violations. 100 block of East Croston Parkway. Here's the date. Pay attention. Crack. See the address or the area? There's the date. Heroin. Sales and manufacturing. 100 block. Same thing. The 12th. Cocaine sales. Heroin sales. Same spot. Oh, some more heroin. Oh, look, more heroin. Okay, some crack, some more heroin. Here's record number 9, some more heroin. Notice they're all sales. Heroin or crack. Hold on. Whoop, some heroin. Let's go back up. Some more cocaine. This is a drug house. That is a lot of violations. We'll have that one shortly, hopefully. Okay. But that seems to be a very big problem for down in that area. Such a small place, man. Anyway, 37 records. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got a couple things to add to your data points as you paid attention to demographics or just different things that we talked about last month and this month to kind of help you paint a picture. We'll put out some more content shortly. We're working on putting it together now. February's probably won't be out until about the middle of March. So, but we'll be back for March, and then we'll have a graph to kind of see you can see the ups and downs of things. God bless. Have a good night.